slipping away a lot. Our scouting mission got cut short.
What's up? It's day one, Illinois deer camp. We got in last night, doing some prep with some gear, and got a nice fire rolling before this morning's hunt. Just kind of game planning on the map, and hopefully we're gonna jump right in the shit. Oh man, first morning here has been rough. Just not set up right, picked the wrong tree. Ended up getting cracked by a doe while I was setting up this morning in the dark, and she just would not quit. Just kind of screwed up the whole morning, but it's been pretty dead. I gotta get down and do some looking around. Got a lot of tore up sign on this river edge. Best sign I found all year. We found a sweet little spot here. A buck has got this tore up, man. I think he's held up in here. I'm pretty sure I bumped him out of here. I moved a few deer. I couldn't see what they were. There was no way, but the sign in here is just excellent. It has all the makings of an area that this buck is spending a lot of time, most likely in the evening coming out and in the morning coming in. Like it's so dense, right? So like as you can see here, look, we got a scrape with fresh piss in it. We got a rub that's been touched up this morning. It's primo. So accessing this spot is going to be a bitch. There's no way around that. We are way off the beaten path. The plus is if we get a west wind, I will be able to have that wind sailing off over the river and be invincible. The catch is right now we're getting easterlies. So what I'm gonna do for the next 10 minutes is I'm gonna spend that time analyzing all this sign, figuring out where my ambush point is going to be and how I can make that work with an east wind if it's not gonna change. So I'm gonna leave here, not until I get a tree picked out for easterlies and a tree picked out for westerlies. And we'll be hunting in this proximity tonight and in the morning. I've been trying like hell to find a spot in here for the east wind, and it's just not gonna work. But after looking at the weather quite a bit, we actually got a pretty good scenario. So it's gonna be east tonight, east tomorrow morning, then even east tomorrow night, but all day tomorrow it's supposed to rain. So I decided to get in here and set up my westerly stand. I've tromped all over this area pretty good, and I won't be able to capitalize on it and hunt it now. But with all that rain coming, I'm hoping it's gonna wash a lot of my scent away. I am set up right on the edge of the river, on a transition trail that he's got shredded up. I can actually shoot 3 different scrapes from this stand. I'm pretty stoked about it. I just wish we could hunt it tonight, but check this out. I'm definitely a little higher than I typically would like to be, but based off of what I got to work with, the wind and the trees to pick from, this is all I had to do. And I'm still only 2 sticks, but I had to get up to reach some of the cover in the tree because it's just so open. So we got a big scrape right there. We got some rubs even way back in the back, and then he comes come right through here. We got a big scrape right here. Got a big scrape right there. And then we got a couple scrapes even up the trail there. And we're right there. So, as you can see, I wanted to kind of get to that cover right there. It's a little hard to tell in the video, but there's a pretty good cluster of cover, right back cover, versus being kind of right there and then right there. I mean, we're talking, guys, this is 6 yards away, so we're pretty damn close. Okay, so time to dry off the boots, get a little fuel, some lunch, and get back out for the evening. We got some good shit set up for tomorrow morning and the following morning. So this evening we're just gonna wing it and we're gonna get on a field edge somewhere. Tomorrow morning we'll be in the timber, and then when the wind switches we'll hit that ripped up area along the river. So that's the game plan. At least we got moves. All right, we just got back. We did a little recon mission tonight. We got a bunch of rain coming in, so I kind of had a little strategy. I went down and I popped over and I spent about 45 minutes in each big section of egg. It's all split up by a bunch of different small timbers, but I wanted to see, what was coming out to feed, and like the action and the activity was nuts. Like deer were moving at 1 o'clock with this storm coming through. Bucks are chasing does. Like it's getting crazy. Like it's busting loose already, and I think it's only the 28th. Or I had almost seen a fight go down in that one field. Had two. I don't think they're shooters. They're decent cages, but not big enough. I did catch a glimpse. I couldn't get film of it. My phone was getting soaked. It was a bigger cage than those other bucks that we filmed, and he was in the direction of that stand we set on the river. So, I mean, if it's him, he looked like he could be a shooter though, for sure. So that's positive. It's looking like it's gonna rain all night, all through the morning, and then cut off. So tomorrow evening should be fire. But all right, Operation Dry Out Our Clothes. Got a little dinner of champions. Well, we got up like normal and got the fire going this morning. Made some coffee, but it's still coming down pretty good. So I'm gonna hang out here to catch up on some work, and then we'll head in when this rain cuts off. I think they should be moving like crazy today, but I think it's calling to stop at about maybe 8 or so, so it shouldn't be too bad. I'd rather not get soaked and have to worry about drying off the clothes. We'll just slip out there as soon as it lets up. But I am pretty stoked though that all this rain came, and I think we got enough to where it washed away my scent and kind of all the bullshit that I did on that river area. So hopefully that sets us up for a nice clean ambush tomorrow morning. Rain let up, bucks are on the move. This is right over the campfire. Turn. 10-pointer? Connie, is that? Yeah, might be a... My mission in scouting right off the bat was I wanted to get a couple spots established, and I wanted to pre-hang them so I could move on the fly with my third set and have a couple things established that I could fall back on for predominant wins. And after scouting, you know, probably 4 or 5 key spots on my list, I found a couple places of interest. One spot was on the river, and one spot was on a transition right outside of some main bedding, very thick, a little bit further away from food, and these were going to be my 2 focuses. All right, we're set up. It's about 8 o'clock. So, I mean, the rain completely shut off. The wind picked up. This weather's got giants cruising all over it. I moved a bunch of deer getting in here. I'm kind of tucked back into the bedding. I knew I'd bump them out, but I'm hoping that they'll recycle in about an hour. And I mean, anything can happen this time of year, so I got about 4 scrapes that I can see. I'm hoping after this rain, something will be through to freshen them up. We're gonna sit till about 11 and then hop down, get some lunch, reposition based off of what we see. I hung this stand yesterday in the rain, and I got my set at camp, my regular set that I take with me everywhere. This is my backup one, and I forgot my damn camera arm. It's not like me. So I gotta try and rig up my filming camera right now. But stay tuned, hopefully we see some shit. I just smoked one. I fucking hit him. Damn it. Dude, I was trying to get my camera arm set up. And I look down and I can just see a cage and he's working in. Shit, he was working the scrape right at freaking 8 yards. I was a little far forward. I didn't get a pass through. He looked like he was hurt though. I don't know. Fuck. Shit. This is what it's all about, brother. Right here. He was right there. Man, I hope I didn't hit that freaking shoulder. Just did a video on this. I'll never live that down. Oh man, am I kicking myself in the ass for this camera ordeal. I have my GoPro set up. I literally had it jammed into a strap on the tree stand, and I don't know if I got any of that on film, but fuck, man, this is what it's about. This is what it's about. Slipping in here after the rain, in the setup, just, fuck, man. I gotta hop down. I gotta see what this looks like. All right, I just got out of the tree. I'm gonna walk over and see if I can't see some blood on impact. dude, I'm the worst at this. I can't sit in the tree and wait. I seen him. I lost sight of him, maybe 70, 80 yards. He looked like he was bulldozing a little bit, but let's check out the scrape right here. This is the scrape that I was set up on right here. So I literally shot him as he was working this licking branch. Picture perfect. All right, I'm gonna start looking for some blood here. Oh, just walked up on a deadhead. Pretty nice buck. Look at that. That's a damn shame. Well, guys, it ain't looking good. Been looking around here. I can't find blood on impact. I don't have an arrow, and in the direction he went, I don't have a body in the first 80, 90 yards. I haven't pushed back past this little cut change, which I've been kind of really trying to get a beat on something prior to that. So here's where my head's at. The fact that I didn't get a pass through is obviously not good. I've seen a lot of arrow hanging out. And the fact that I don't have my arrow laying within 20, 30 yards of impact really has me concerned, because if I tucked it behind the shoulder, it would have snapped that arrow, most likely. Unless I'm just not seeing it. Definitely not good. Keep looking here. As hard as I can surrounding this shot. And if I can't find blood in the next 15, 20 minutes, I might push past that area. I'm on the track for the buck that I hit, and I got a buck working right to me right now. That was pretty wild. We could have smoked it. Shit, I could have touched it. Oh, not good. I'm heading back to camp. Gonna link up with my buddy Josh. Try and get him up there with me, and some help looking for some blood, man. Maybe I'm too close to it right now. I am just kicking myself in the ass for not even for the off shot, man. It's not about that, but I broke my own cardinal rule. First and foremost, like, I was so goddamn caught up in trying to get the footage, and even after I shot him, like I tell people personally all the time, and it's like, you have to be 100% laser focused on what that deer does post shot. Like, that is the most important thing when you shoot a deer, hands down. And I know this, and I'm usually very good at it, but I remember as soon as I seen that arrow go in, I was immediately looking at that camera, trying to film him run away, trying to get it on film, and I shit the bed, man, because I couldn't even tell you his mannerisms. Like, I know he took off like a bat out of hell, which could be the reason for no blood, and that's pretty typical, but man, you got to follow them until you lose sight of them. You got to watch everything they do. All that stuff gives you insight into your shot and what kind of track you need to pursue. Usually the arrow tells the story. I can't find the damn arrow, which is in itself telling the story. You know, lack of penetration and lack of it snapping is not good. Now, my arrows look exactly like the freaking brush, which is probably not good. So I could be missing it. I don't know. Like I said, I think I'm just too close to it right now. I need to go back to camp. I'm gonna make a coffee, get my boy, and hopefully go fucking recover this thing. Stay tuned. This is what we call the walk of shame, when you shoot a deer and you can't recover it right away. I'm trying real hard to stay positive right now. It's going on a few hours now. It's about 3:30. Still 0 leads. I'm hitting that wall. Starting to become very pissed off with myself and frustrated. Just from the simple mistakes I made. Like, I know better. Should have been watching him like a hawk. That stuff, guys, is so crucial. It's such a crucial piece of the puzzle in a situation like this, to know mannerisms of the deer, last place you've seen them, like just anything that gives you an inkling on direction. And I just shit the bed totally. I'm finding myself right now, I'm hundreds of yards from where I shot him, and I just don't, where I put the arrow, I just don't see him making it this far. Well, just got a hold of a buddy of mine, known him for a few years now. He's a really awesome guy. He has a tracking dog, and he's just not too far out. So I got on the phone with him, started talking, and he's gonna be able to make it out tonight. So we're gonna get some closure on this buck, and hopefully the dog picks up a track and this thing is just held up in a thicket, you know, within 100 yards of where I shot him. If not, and the dog doesn't pick up the track, it's good closure and peace of mind, and we can move on with clear intentions, and we didn't leave something out there. So crossing my fingers, but he should be here just after dark, and we'll see what happens. All right, we got Cash out here, Doug, good buddy, and we're starting the track. So we're gonna see if he can pick up the direction here, and hopefully we find an arrow, get some more info, and I mean, hopefully find him, but let's see.
We'll see what he wants to do, and if that doesn't work, I'm probably just going to give him the benefit of the doubt. If he wants to go, I'm going to let him go until I see something or I feel like he's not right, and then I'm going to bring him back, and we're going to kind of work through this area.
Yep, hell yeah.
So we're good on all this. There's a corner of a property right here. Are we good on that?
That's ours.
That's ours, yep.
Yours too.
All right, Cash, we're counting on you.
I didn't see any hair or like not even like a good like takeoff track, you know, like do you see it when it rains real hard like that? Like the blood just rolls off the stuff
It just kind of melts in.
Yeah.
Find it.
All right, it's October 30th. It's the following morning. We gave up the track last night at about 11 p.m. We did get into some blood, probably about, 100 yards from the shot. And after going, another 100, it just wasn't looking good, man. And based off of my experiences and Doug's experiences, we decided to call it quits, and we think the deer's fine. Most likely a one lung hit, the dreaded far forward hit that I literally just did a video on a few days ago. And man, I don't know, I was beating myself up about it yesterday a lot, and it's a new day. It's time to move on, and this this game is a game of creating opportunities. And if there's one thing I've been able to do over the years is kind of dust it off and just keep going. So I think that's so important. And you know, you just got to continue to stay at it, man. And we've been dialed this year. We've been in the game. Yesterday's perfect. Setup was perfect. Literally could not have worked out any better. And shit happens, man. This is bow hunting. That's what it's about. So we're going to stick with the plan. And I got that set up on the river in that tore up little spot. And that's where we're going in about 5 minutes. So with any luck, we'll have a bruiser come through there and we'll actually have one on the ground this time. It's about 32 degrees out this morning. So we're busting out the half pack. We've officially switched everything over. As soon as it starts to get cold, and I start taking a little bit more layers, like my vest, and you know, I've got my gloves in there. I like to switch over and actually run a pack now. So with the colder temperatures. But... He's in the river. He's in the damn river. If he comes up this way, he might bust me. He works his way over to the bank, right, and crawls up like a mountain goat and pops out right on my flat. Immediately works his way to a pawpaw thicket that's about 15 yards from me and just starts thrashing the first tree he encounters. And he does this for probably about 10 minutes straight. He's moving 2 yards, thrashing a tree, moving 2 yards, thrashing a tree. Like literally, it's just insane, right? And he's so close, but yet so far, right? He's not making his way into a shooting lane. He ends up working through the pawpaws and slowly fades out of distance. And I'm jacked and bummed at the same time. I'm immediately thinking, okay, you know, we'll be back here tomorrow morning. I'm game planning, right? I'm like, how can I move? How can I get on this guy? I cannot believe I just fucked that up. And anyway, shortly after that, a smaller buck comes in, probably about a 130 class. Comes cruising down the river from the other direction. ends up coming in point blank to 5 yards, right? And he's right under me. And he lifts his head up to start working that licking branch, and I think he stares right at my face. So then I panic a little bit. I'm like, man, you're gonna get busted. How could you let this happen? Well, he never seen me. You know, and I talk about this all the time, hiding in plain sight and zero movement, right? I did my diligence. I set my stand. When I did that, I went to the vantage point of every single spot that I thought the deer was going to be, and I made sure that I had back cover, and I made sure I was good, right? So I just fall back onto that confidence, and I know, all right, he doesn't know what's going on. And as soon as he drops his head and turns to go to the other scrape or go to work that buck off, I made my move, I turned, and I loosed an arrow on him. It's about 10:30. I've been sitting here for the last couple hours, just kind of running through shit in my head. Definitely beating myself up a lot. This was an absolute incredible morning. Like, you cannot ask for a better whitetail hunt. Like, I had a long ways to get in. I got in just on time. I snuck in through the river, got set up, was covered up in deer right off the rip. And the good one that's been tearing this place up came through the river and started putting on a damn show. Like, it was incredible. He must have rubbed up 15 trees. He was pushing off some other little does. And man, the whole thing just had me shook up. I'm not gonna lie. He slow played me, man. I had him within 12 yards 3 times, and he never committed to the scrape I'm hunting, and he kept going back and leaving. And the last time through, I actually had him in my lane. I had a 15-yard broadside, but I thought he was going to work the scrape, and he didn't. And when I let him get away that time, I started to panic. So as soon as he showed back up, I rushed it. And after beating myself up about yesterday, I was trying to make sure I went absolutely nowhere near that shoulder, and subconsciously I got probably the second worst shot you can get. Oh man. But this is bow hunting. Real bow hunting. This shit happens. You can't. There's no way around it. All you can do is try your best and be as dialed as you can be. And I've said it a million times, this is a game of creating opportunities. And I was in the dumps yesterday, and I kind of picked myself up, said, let's get the hell out there. We got a primo spot for the morning, and lo and behold, we have probably the best hunt we've had in years. And I just hope, this one ends good. right, so I've been going over all the footage. I pulled it off my GoPro, and we definitely hit him way further back than we want to. I'm just hoping that thing, since he was quartering away, it snuck in there, but penetration doesn't look great. He did mule kick, and I know I seen him stop about 25 yards after the impact, and I never seen him go any further, so he very well could be bedded like 35 yards from us. So I'm just trying to debate what to do right now. If I get down, creep out, we definitely got to give this one a bunch of time. But I got a good wind right now, and I'm almost tempted to creep up there and possibly see if I can get another arrow in him. But I also don't want to screw it up either, so. Alright, I gotta try and sneak out of here. Well, we're hanging out at camp here. Got the fire going, and I sat out this evening. The game plan is, well, I backed out earlier, and just with that shot far back, I'm gonna creep in tomorrow morning, right when it gets light. That'll be 24 hours, and we're gonna go check out the point of impact, see if we can't find an arrow, and check out where he was standing, because I know he was hurting. He ran off, and I know he stood there, so there should be some blood there. There should be some information, and we should have an idea of what tomorrow's gonna look like. These last couple days have certainly been a roller coaster, but I feel good about this one. I'm optimistic. Obviously not the best shot, but shit happens. Okay, the sun just came up, well, the sun's not up, but it's daylight now, so just tossing my boots on. Been hanging out at camp, just freaking going crazy in my head. So this freaking waiting game is not fun. So I'm going down there right now. I'm gonna go right to where I shot him, and I gotta get the scoop on what the arrow looks like. And man, I'm hoping he's dead right there. I'm hoping I got that artery, and if I didn't, I got into the guts enough to where he just bedded up and didn't move. I didn't go anywhere even remotely close to that area yesterday at all. So I don't know. I gotta get the closure, man. Hopefully we find him. So let's go. There he is. Oh man, look at that freaking bruiser. Dude, look at that freaking neck. Well, we got him. This one was a roller coaster for sure. Freaking truly epic story. Just crazy. I can't even, like, it's just bizarre. Unfortunately, the coyotes got to him before we did, so he's pretty eaten up on the backside. He's stinking. He's been sitting a lot longer than we want him to, and that's never the best thing, and it really sucks on a standpoint of the meat, but I'm glad we were able to harvest him or recover him, and couldn't be happier with this deer. Like, he is just a old this roller coaster has just been, it was just crazy, right? It was up and down and up and down. Now to the crazy part. The big river buck that we set up on all that sign, the buck that I shot, the buck that we were waiting on, was the same buck that I shoulder shot the day prior. Fucking insane, right? Just totally crazy, right? And what's crazy about this is in setting up both stands, right? The sign was similar. The spots were both conducive, like they were both hot spots. The game plan in hunting 1 mile apart from stand to stand, after the rain, getting into the bedding area, it ended up being like the stars aligning to the perfect 1-2 punch. So the buck was shot in the shoulder the day prior, was swimming the river, was thrashing trees, was doing all this stuff. It just goes to show too that a shoulder shot buck is a buck that's alive and well and healthy. And you know, being able to get that second arrow in him was just incredible, man. And the way it worked out, being the same deer, catching up to him in his bedding area, was just like, you couldn't write that story any better. Full redemption, full closure, like mission complete, man. And what a fucking bruiser.